going on, guys? Got a bit of a topic to cover tonight that I would like to bring to everyone's attention because I think it's important. General Splatton, a very long time ago now, if memory serves me correctly, did a video talking about how important it is to have leave feedback on videos that you've watched, and how important it is to to respond to people once you've had a look at videos and everything. So basically what I want to kind of say here is that kind of go through why it's good to leave feedback, why you should leave feedback when you're one of those people who normally don't, and just a few different things like that, because I think it's really important. Let's go through it. So pretty much there are three reasons to me why it's important to leave either both a comment and a rating. Morale for the people who are making the videos. It's a good representative of it's good to provide a demographic to the person who's making the content, what kind of content it is that you like, and to provide comments and criticisms and feedback to improve the next lot of videos that come out. Alright, morale. So morale, one of the greatest feelings of uploading a video on YouTube is to get a bunch of people, both your friends, people that don't normally leave comments, or people that perhaps you're not quite too familiar with but know are in the community, and the bigger sort of people in the community that you admire. It's always great to get comments from these people, and it's always really good to see your video has a fair amount of likes in comparison with the amount of views that you get. So why should you leave feedback, and why is it important that you, especially you, leave feedback? Well, if you like a video and you want that person to continue making more of those kinds of videos, tell them. Because if you don't tell them, then how are they meant to know to continue making those videos? Similarly, if you don't like the video, tell them that you don't like the video, so that they don't continue to make these said videos. If you have a voice, then you can have an impact. If you have impact, then you can affect your enjoyment of your time within the community. So really, I don't understand why it is that you wouldn't want to leave a comment and rate a video. Finally, it's also really good for somebody who's making a video to receive feedback from all the different viewers. A really good way of looking at this is if somebody has a problem that they're trying to overcome, or they're doing something but they're not entirely sure how to do it, or they want advice or suggestions or anything like that, it's much better to have a large group of people working on something or giving input than to just have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people working. The more people that put input, the more that people can benefit. And if everybody continuously does this, then everybody will end up both improving their hobby and feeling good about themselves, and it's just really a win-win situation for all. So what should you do? In my opinion, every time I watch a video, regardless of who it's from or whether or not I liked it, I always leave a comment and I always rate it, whether it be a like or very occasionally be it a dislike. A comment explaining why it is that I rated the way that I did, or at least at the very least thanking the person for putting up the video, for taking the time out to post a video. Because for those of you who aren't aware, sometimes a video might only take a couple of minutes to put together. In other cases, it might take a whole day. In the case of Bless, it takes 10 hours of rendering, if you know what I mean. That's shit. Essentially, it's thanking the person for taking the time out, for making the effort to make you, because you're the one who's watching it, to make especially you feel good and enjoy something and have a look at an aspect of the hobby that perhaps you may not have looked at, or perhaps approach something differently, or just for your viewing pleasure in particular. Now, I understand there are a lot of you who just like to watch videos while you're painting and stuff like that, or might be watching videos while you're at work, like you might say, oh well, I don't really have time to leave a comment. My question that I put to you is, if you're writing, hey man, good vid, well done, thanks, that probably takes you all of about 15 seconds to type up. Now, I appreciate, you may have watched a lot of videos, but hey, I would rather get, the same generic response from 50 people than to get, one comment. So, leave a comment. It doesn't take long, and the person who reads it, I promise you, the person who reads it it really makes a big difference to people whether or not, they're receiving the comment. And I guess this kind of leads on to my next point, is that there is nothing as disheartening as putting up a video that has received, say, 4,000 views, and you have 40 likes and 10 comments, because that's disheartening. That's disheartening. I mean, you have a look at that. Like, what? Say you've got 4,000 views and 40 likes. That's what 1% of people is actually taking the time to press like, and even less of that is taking the time to write, "Hey man, good vid, well done." You know, what's that? That's crap. And I think in our community is something special. Our community prides itself on on the fact that we are a community and how well we interact. Our community is something special, and I think it should be kept that way. And a really good way of improving this is for people to leave more feedback and to comment more. For example, on my videos that I'm getting recently, I'll get, like, average about 500-ish views. I'm happy if I get 20, 30 comments, and if I get 50 likes. If I get 50 likes, sick, awesome. But from 500 views, that's like, I'm thrilled if 10% of people actually press like. Now, that's pretty small. So there are a lot of people, I'm talking to you and you and you and you and you, who are all watching right now. Press the like video. Not just on my videos. I'm not saying just my videos. I'm talking about all the people within the communities that you're watching. Press like if you like. Leave a comment. It doesn't take long, and I promise you it makes a world of difference to the people who are making the content. So I guess that's my plea and my 2 cents to everybody else. If you agree with it, press like. If you really agree with it and have something extra that you'd like to say, please leave a comment. I really think that in this community there could be a lot more feedback. And to those people who are mainly watchers or watch and don't very often comment. Like, I promise you it makes a world of difference to us people who do make videos. So please, by all means, like, comment, everybody get on it. Let's make this community, let's just continue to improve this community, because it's a fantastic place, and let's just make it even better.